Welcome to Global One Media. Today I'm joined by Barry Baim, director at W.H.Y Resources, which is a junior mining exploration company listed on the TSXV with the objective to bring into production one of the world's largest, greenest deposits of high-grade magnesium. So hi, Barry. How are you today?
Good day, Bastien. I'm fine, and thank you for that introduction.
Thank you, Barry. So first question, could you please provide us with an overview of W.H.Y Resources and the Record Ridge project in British Colombia?
Well, absolutely. W.H.Y Resources was founded in 2003, initially looking for gold. Through the process of some of the drilling, they identified a ultramafic serpentine discovery that was very rich in magnesium. So basically, we have a 7.5 kilometer outcrop of high-grade magnesium, 24.6% at the head. And along with that has 37% silica, and then saleable amounts of nickel and iron. So it's a very critical mineral-rich resource based on what the globe needs right now for critical minerals as the whole net zero transition to 2050 takes place. The project has gone through a number of phases at this point. The early drilling, of course, and the technical assessments. It's gone through and had an NI 43-101. We've gone through 2 stages of pre-feasibility, and we're currently in our third. There's a robust economics package associated with this. We have over a 1.3 billion NPV based on more conservative market numbers right now, an internal rate of return of 68%, and a 43-year mine life. So, we're well positioned to address the needs of the transition that is required to go CO2 neutral by 2050. And our minerals play a large role in going forward in that. We're currently working with the government to finalize our permit. We've had a number of conversations with them, submitted our permit over a couple of years ago, and have been back and forth with various queries from the government, addressing those. And we're looking forward to having that permit accepted and moving forward with the goal to mine, if not in late this year, definitely in the next fiscal year.
Excellent. So from your perspective, why do you think that mining and the development of critical minerals is so important?
Well, critical minerals, first and foremost, make up so many manufactured items in today's society. And there's a list of 35 to 38, depending on the country, that are key input products into manufacturing. And currently, China controls over 85% of the critical minerals, industrial metals, and rare earths produced globally today, with 8 to 10% now produced out of Russia. So the current geopolitical situation and the fact that the global consumption and demand is going up, we as an onshore North America resource are well positioned to start supplying various verticals that require this. So why is it important to this net zero transition? Well, specifically magnesium is used in the de-weighting of vehicles, any kind of transportation, military, aircraft, which obviously uses less energy to propel them and less emissions. It's also being used in battery chemistries that are evolving that gives it a higher capacity from a standpoint of range for vehicles. It's safer. There's so many attributes from a magnesium battery that are on the cusp of being commercialized. And then magnesium is a key agricultural product as far as a fertilizer, which, as you know, we have a growing global population and that needs to be fed. So we have so many verticals besides construction and automotive and metals. And then probably the most important part is the pharma and healthcare aspect of magnesium. It's a critical supplement that is required for a number of reasons in human physiology, and then it's used in hospital environment on a very concentrated IV basis as a an emergency and or IV required for surgeries and so forth. Yeah.
Really interesting, and all of the different uses of magnesium. It's great. So can you tell us more about the near-term initiatives for W.H.Y Healed?
Well, the near-term initiatives, we're at the cusp of commercialization. So the first is to complete our permit process and begin mining the ore. W.H.Y Yield Resources has an LOI in place with a company called Galaxy Magnesium, and we will be at that point selling over up to 250 tons per annum of ore, which will deliver over $125 million a year in cash flow to the company. So that's one of the first major steps. We also, as I mentioned earlier, in a third stage pre-feasibility study that will update our economics to more current market pricing, which has gone up substantially in the face of reduced supply, as well as the design of our semi-commercial plant, which will lay out one of the most greenest and effective extraction processes for magnesium and our other critical minerals relative to those being used. The pigeon process is currently being used in China, and it uses a large degree of heat, either gas or coal, so and a lot of CO2 emissions. Our objective here in the short term is to demonstrate a very refined process that is very green and meets the needs of a lot of manufacturers now who are looking to reduce their CO2 footprint. And then the third aspect of what we have going on right now is we have a drilling program. Just quickly, W.H.Y Resources, beyond the Record Ridge discovery and asset, also has a large gold claims, 3 large gold claims. Right. Roslyn Gold Camp was famous in the past for having delivered over 3 million ounces of gold in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And we've got a number of holes that we've drilled in the past, and we currently have a drilling program going on there. So those would be the 3 short-term initiatives. I think we're well positioned to be a onshore supplier for the shortfall of magnesium that there currently is in North America.
Great. So as a last question, Barry, could you tell us more about the management team and the directors at W.H.Y Healed?
Yeah, we've got a great team, committed, and working hard and well experienced. I mean, the founder, president, CEO, Frank Marasco, has been on this project since 2003, and he's been very judicious about his spend and ensured that it has been done in a very methodical, scientific, and appropriate manner to bring the resource to where it is today. He's worked diligently with some of the best consultants in the world, SRK, KPM. He's used KPMG as the audit. So the company is on sound ground and ready to move forward. We have Pat Nelson, a director of the company. Pat's got extensive industry experience in large hydrocarbon-based projects and other in situ mining projects. She was also with the Alberta government as representative, and she was the Minister of Energy, the Minister of Economic Development and Tourism. She was the Minister of Energy, and she finished her career as Minister of Finance. So very strong pedigree and skill set. Maria Marasco is a director, part of the Marasco family who founded this company. There's myself, and then we have Dr. Fouad Kamaldeen. Dr. Kamaldeen is a metallurgist, PhD. He lectures at the University of Toronto in mining engineering and metallurgy, and has been a tremendous advisor asset to the company. So we have a good core group, and we've used, like I say, some of the top consultants in the world to get us to the point we're at, and have been talking with more about as we want to evolve the project.
That's some great information. We look forward to following the next updates and developments from W.H.Y Healed Resources. Thanks a lot for your time today, Barry.
Bastien, thank you for your interest, all your questions, and we look forward to everyone's support. We're TSXV, where symbol is W.H.Y. Thank you and have a great day.